Hello, this is Jace Fugate. I'm going to be going over the introduction to the Go programming language. So in this session, we're going to be going over how to install Go, just the basic setup, and we're going to talk about the Go path and also known as the Go workspace. We'll also give you a way to test your installation of Go to make sure that it's working correctly. When it comes to prerequisites for this course, there are none. You just have to have a computer, which I'm guessing you have because you're watching the video. And you need to have a text editor, just some way to edit text files. I use VS Code. You can use Atom, you can use Sublime, there's brackets, there's a whole lot out there. Just do a quick Google search for text editors, pick one and just try it for a little bit. If you don't like it, try a different one. If you like it, just keep with it. So let's go ahead and dive in. A little overview of Go. It's an open source, statically typed, compiled programming language. I personally like statically typed compiled languages. That's just a personal preference for me. What's nice about Go is you have the niceties of a statically typed language, but some of the syntactic sugar of a dynamically typed language. Go has something called type inference. We'll go over that a little bit more in some of the other sessions. But it's mainly used as a back-end server-side language. It builds very quickly, and when it runs, it's very fast and efficient. It's also just a very reliable language. Some of the highlights are, again, it has type safety because it's statically typed. It's also memory safe. So you're not going to have the manual memory allocations like you would in C or C++. The concurrency support in Go is great. Concurrency means multi-threading. That means you can do, concurrency doesn't always mean multi-threading, but it basically means you can do two things at once. And it's very easy to communicate those things that are trying to do two things at once. There's latency-free garbage collection. Again, as I said in the last slide, the speed of compilation is very fast. So you can write something in the language, compile it, and test it very quickly. And the built-in tool belt that comes with Go is really comprehensive. It's really great. So Go has distributions or installations for all the three major operating systems. It's really easy to install Go. I'm going to go ahead and switch over here to the Go homepage. So this is the Go homepage. You can just click download Go. And you can see there at the top, 3 operating systems. Scroll down a little bit more. You have all of these different installations. So for different operating systems, for different architectures, and then different types of versions. So you can have directly from the source, you can have an archived version, or there's also like installers for Mac and for Linux and for Windows. When it comes to Mac, you can use something like Homebrew to install Go. With Linux, you can use something like apt. I will say apt most likely will not give you the most updated version. And then when it comes to Windows, I would just use the installer that you can get on the go.org homepage. But follow your course materials. It will give you a step-by-step guide to install Go on your machine. So as I said before, the Go tool belt that comes with the standard just Go distribution is great. It's what you're going to use to build, test, run, and also download third-party dependencies. We're going to be going and using this tool and the other sessions a lot. You'll get to know it quite well. So a little bit about the GOPATH or the Go workspace or just the convention of how you organize Go code. So normally you put it into one workspace, or you put all your files into the Go path. The Go path is a file or a directory on your file tree on your computer. The default location is your home directory /Go. You can change this to wherever you want, but I would just keep it just at home /Go. I've never had a reason to switch it around. But the Go path or the Go workspace has 3 subdirectories. We'll go ahead and talk about those. You have the source subdirectory. And that's where you're going to put all of your code that's going to be compiled down into a standalone binary. So you have a whole bunch of directories inside of there. Each directory is its own package, and you will compile that package down, and then you can then distribute it as binary. The bin directory is where you put binary executables. What's nice about this is the bin directory should be in your path. If you don't know what that means, it basically just means it's readily available on your terminal. So you can have an executable or binary in that directory. You can then run that binary just in your terminal by calling the name of it. And then you have the package subdirectory. It's where you put archives, non-executable packages, aka shared libraries. You put them all here. So if you're going to be having something that's, you want to be able to use it, but it's not going to be compiled by itself down to a standalone binary, you're going to stick it here. When it comes to testing your Go installation, really the best way is you write a simple program, a hello world program, just prints something out. And if that runs and compiles and you can run it, then you probably have everything set up right. There is an easier way also. You can switch over here. So here's my terminal. I'm going to go ahead and clear so you can read it. So you can actually type in Go space version, hit enter, and that should print out the version of Go that you have installed. If it says something like, I don't know what Go is, or I don't know what you're talking about, then that probably means you don't have it installed correctly. You need to go back and try again. You can also type in Go space env or Go environment, and it's going to print out all the environment variables that you have that are Go centered. So you could go ahead and create this little program and compile it and run it, and if that ran, it would work. That means that, hey, you have your Go installation correct. We are going to be going over this in the next session. And so let's just talk a little bit about what we've done today. So we gave you a little overview of Go, talked a little bit about the tool belt and the GOPATH. We also helped you install. And then we gave you a way to be able to test your installation. In the next session, as I was mentioning before, we're going to switch over from this PowerPoint to hands-on. We're actually going to be going into the code. We're going to be writing, and we're going to actually have you write your first simple Go program. We're going to write the Hello World program in Go. And the course material that you have should cover in more detail all the topics that are discussed in the remaining sessions. So as I said before, we're going to be going over Hello Golang or the Hello World program in Go. So hopefully we'll see you there. There's a couple more resources here. So if you need some extra help, we do have weekly and monthly plans. There's a couple other follow-up courses you can look into if you desire. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hopefully we'll see you soon.